Ooh, we are really getting right down to the gritty nitty here, people. Yes, indeed we are. This is about as real as it can possibly get. There's my address, Malcolm Tent, P.O. Box 3626, Newtown, Connecticut 06470. And I want to get right down to it. It's me, Malcolm Tent. One more time on my cheap, shizzy, broken, defective, lousy camera / telephone. I'm going to tip it down a little bit so I can get my monitor capability up here. Make sure you guys are able to see me and hear me. Today's going to be a short one, though. A very short, brief episode of Tent Talks Tunes. We're going to make sure that some people are actually watching and are live and can see me and can hear me and know that I exist and know that I am for real. Taking one slug of Danbury tap water here. I'm going to give you guys a clue as to why I'm in such a great big rush. Here's a clue right here. This might be the last time you see me taking a swig of Danbury tap. Think about that for a minute. This might very well be the last time you see me in the incredibly bare, echoey, practically non-existent Tent Talks Tunes studios in Greater Danbury, Connecticut. Yes, this is probably going to be the last time, one of the last times I flash the fabled P.O. Box 3626, Newtown, Connecticut. Yep. Lord willing and the creeks don't rise, my house will be sold as of tomorrow. It has been a real, sometimes rough ride, an extremely long adventure, and the past couple of days have been real cliffhangers, let me tell you. Real cliffhangers. But it seems that all is on schedule for the house to be sold tomorrow. So, as bare and bereft as it looks in here, whoops, I still have a fair number of things that have to be packed up and stuck into the van and hauled out of here before tomorrow morning. So, I got to get to that. But I didn't want to leave you guys in the lurch. I wasn't even sure if I was going to be on tonight, quite honestly. I didn't know what the evening brought when I woke up this morning. I had already scheduled a studio session with my pal Dave Bonin, percussion player Maximus, because I've been trying to get in touch with him and hook up with him and align schedules with him, excuse me, for the better part of a year now, so he could lay down percussion tracks. And when I say percussion, I mean congas, bongos, shakers, scratchers, cowbells, gimcracks, gewgaws, who knows what else. Whatever a percussionist bangs on that makes noise. We spent a couple of hours today at his place laying down lots of percussion tracks. Something I've been trying to do for quite a while. And we got it done. We totally got it done. And what's it going to be for? Well, Dave did post a little teaser earlier today. It was a picture of him and his various percussive devices. And I did set forth a couple of clues as to why this percussion stuff was going on. Why were we in a comfortable living room in Newtown, Connecticut, banging and scratching and percussing on the bongos and the congas and the scratchers and the scrapers and the whistles and the bells and the chimes and the gongs? Why are we doing it? Why? 3 clues. 1, Antiseen. 2, blowfly. 3, disco single. I'm going to leave it there. I am totally going to leave it there. 3 clues in reverse order: disco single, blowfly, Antiseen. That's all you're going to hear for the time being. But as you know, further down the road, as time keeps on ticking, ticking, ticking into the future, all will be revealed. So I was doing that, had a great time. I see Dave, you're tuned in. Thanks for the percussion, really appreciate it. And when the session was over, I checked my defective telephone, and sure enough, there was a message from my realtor saying that we are probably going to close on the sale of the house tomorrow. So excitement abounds, hence the big rush. But still, I wanted to show you guys, I got a couple of pieces of mail, including this one right here, from my longtime pal Roy in Muskegon, Michigan. Roy, whose stage name way back in the day was Elvis Roy. Roy, the lead singer of the Disappointments. Muskegon's most rapid-fire, complex, multi-layered, what do you call them? Punk, hardcore, grind? I kind of liken them to be like Captain Beefheart at quadruple time. That's how I liken them. So I've been in touch with Roy and Bob Pringle over the past several years, coordinating the release of a lot of really cool archival stuff from the Disappointments era of G.G. Allen's career. And I recently sent Roy a couple of garments, some very classy Antiseen hooded sweatshirts. And what do you know? He sent me something in return. So I don't know what's in this envelope, but I'm going to find out using the 2-mile scissors, or I should say 2-mile box cutter and envelope cutter, in what is most likely going to be its last ever appearance here in Connecticut. Because even if the sale doesn't close all the way tomorrow, it will probably close Monday, maybe Friday even. It's like real close. So maybe not tomorrow, maybe Friday, but I'm willing to bet that next week's Tent Talks Tunes will be broadcast live from North Carolina. Whew, wish me luck. So anyway, the 2-mile box cutter, the Virgin Tyvek envelope, the sound of the slitting. Oh yeah. What did Elvis Roy send me? This is a live unveiling. I have no idea what's in this envelope other than that it is soft, quite pliable, very flexible. I am reaching my hand in there cold, live on the internet, and pulling out. Oh, look at this. It's a mystery wrapped around a riddle, and there's probably a conundrum inside. All right, we're going to open up the second envelope. Boy, Roy, you know how to string us along, don't you? Second envelope is being opened before your very eyes and ears. And once again, I'm going to reach blindly in, trustingly, willingly, naively into the envelope, not knowing what's in there. I'm pulling it out, and it's garments. Oh, look at that. It's garments. Aha, and I see a very classy garment indeed in olive drab, the timeless earth tone. Yes, that, my friends, is an actual Disappointments t-shirt, and I hope that my crappy camera, and my crappy camera is a problem which I do intend to remedy once I'm in North Carolina. Disappointments shirt, yes, it's backwards, yes, it's foggy, but it's a Disappointments shirt, and it's courtesy of my pal Roy. Roy, thank you so very much. I'm going to put this mother scratcher on right now. What do you think of that? We saw the unveiling. Now here is the veiling. As I put on the shirt, I am happy to rep for the Disappointments, because the Disappointments are an awesome band. They were one of Gigi's best ever backing groups, and in their own right, they kicked ass. And there's still rumblings of activity, rumors. Word is blowing in the wind of something that might be happening with the Disappointments. All I can say is that I hope it does, because they kick butt. Yes, indeed. So thank you, Roy, for the Disappointments shirt. What's this other shirt? 2 shirts. We're going from olive drab to sheer black. It's black on black. It's from tacticaltreats.com. I'm going to trust you guys to be able to read this. I'm sure you can see it. Hell, I can even kind of see it. So hopefully you guys can too. Another classy shirt from my pal Roy of the Disappointments in Muskegon, Michigan. Thank you, Roy, so very much. I do appreciate it. I will happily wear this and this in my new home in North Carolina and all points in between here and there. Woo! All right, we're doing pretty good. We got some people watching here, even though I did not announce beforehand that I was going to be on. I see we got Amy Lynn Myers, Pissy Chrissy herself, Erica Cucciare, Claudia from Denver, Colorado. Hello there. Dave and Kurt, representing Connecticut, my soon-to-be former home. Michael Barrett, welcome. Got another one to open up for you, but before I open that, I have to show this. A couple of weeks ago, I showed and told a wonderful Halloween card that I got from my pal Mark Beef in Tucson, Arizona. He sent me a very cool Halloween card with a lovely handmade letter. I sent him some stuff in return, and it got sent back to me. And apparently the address was incorrect. So, Mark, if you're out there watching, please get a hold of me so I can resend this to you. I want you to have this stuff. It does me no good sitting here. All it's going to do is go into the van tomorrow, we think, we hope, and hit the road to North Carolina. I'd rather have it in your possession because this is some cool stuff that I handpicked for you, Mark Beef. So Mark, or if anybody out there knows Mark, Murray Gelman if you're watching, La Dama Dorada if you're watching, please tell Mark I need his complete address so I can resend this. Please. One more thing. And people have asked, and I'm going to tell you that I am indeed continuing to receive mail at the P.O. Box. P.O. Box 3626 Newtown, Connecticut, 06470. My mail is being forwarded to North Carolina for at least the next 6 months, at least. So by all means, if y'all want to send me something, please do. And as you saw in the example of Mark Beef, even though it didn't succeed, I am always happy to send stuff back. I love to reciprocate. I love the days of mail trading, tape trading, CD trading. And this from my pal Ed Sluggisha. Hey, Robin Renee's here. Hi, Robin. Robin from almost Philadelphia, but definitely New Jersey. Salutations, fellow Spud warrior. Ed Sluggisha, a long-time cassette man. We just did some back and forth. I recently contributed a song for his newest Christmas compilation. I'm not sure what the deal is about getting one of those. But I did a version of Santa Claus is Coming to Town, which brings out, I think, some of the more frightening implications of the lyric. That's all I'm going to say. Robbie Rob, you just tuned in. You know what I'm talking about? Sorry, I didn't mean to point, but, you know, it's the internet. You need drama on the internet. Robbie Rob, hello. So Ed sent me some stuff, and if I know him, can we see? It actually doesn't sound like cassettes. You know, the cassettes have the telltale rattle when you shake them. I don't hear the rattle. I don't know. Let's find out. What did Ed Sluggish send me? It was very festive, shiny holiday season bubble wrap. How many of you people out there have spent as much time as I have popping bubble wrap? You know what I'm talking about? What's more fun than having a piece of bubble wrap and going like this? Oh, yeah, this is great. Lots of fun. Very therapeutic. Yeah, you people know what I'm talking about. Back in the day when fireworks were illegal in Connecticut, this was all we had. I'm going to do the whole thing until there's nothing left. Ah, it feels so good. Oh, yeah. You know the old folk song, if I had a hammer, I would pound this bubble wrap with the hammer and really get some results. Amy Lynn Meyer says that she and Terry have nearly come to blows over some bubble wrap. Now, come on, guys, keep it peaceful. It's only bubble wrap. Sure is fun, though. Boy, howdy. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to get the whole thing. We're going to pretend it's July 4th, 1975 in Connecticut. Imagine a football field full of people doing this because fireworks were illegal. Isn't this internet great? I can go on live on the internet and do this. Share it with you guys. Fantastic. There it is. Done. One dead horse. And you saw it live on Facebook. Or maybe archived on my YouTube channel. I don't know. Anyway, what did my good pal Ed Sluggish send me? By the way, Ed recently had some surgery. Hope it went well, Ed. We want you to be like the Bee Gees. Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. Oh yeah, Ed, stay alive. Boy, Ed sent me a real care pack here. Ooh, that's great stuff. More bubble wrap. More bubble wrap. Woo, I'm a happy guy. I'm like a Devo lyric. I'm a happy guy. Now I'm an artistic, happy guy. What else have we got? Oh, CDs. It's CDs. No wonder the package didn't rattle. It's all CDs. All kinds of stuff from Ed Sluggish. Looks like this says war. And that says peace. Most intriguing. Could this be the classic 1985 hardcore compilation, War, Peace? Or is it something different? It's a double CD. I'm intrigued. What else do we got here? I love the name of this band already. Oh, it's a compilation. None, get it? None So Black. Featuring tons of bands, including one named Seasonal Menswear. I love it already. We got some stickers. We got a CD called Zap All Those Humans. Love that. Oh, here's a nice brochure. Old Brooksville in Stories and Photos. A history of Brooksville's theaters. I don't know where Brooksville is, but apparently they had some drive-in theaters at one time. And there is a book about them. And here's some stuff by Karen Greenlee Army. I know nothing about it, but I'm going to find out. And Noise Killer, The Seven Walls of Elite Darkness. Well. Thank you, Ed. Do appreciate it. Much obliged. Glad to have it. Hope you're doing well. Greg Crawford's watching from Pensacola, California. Pensacola, Florida. That's live internet. Sometimes you'll confuse California for Florida. I've been to both places and they are very similar to each other. Got one last item here. I'm not sure what it is. But it's in the protective cardboard. It is a 7-inch single. Haha, another great name. Dumb Audio Dynamite. Paying tribute to the year 2012. Love it. Tons of bands on it. Very cool. Thank you, Ed. That's the mail. That's my empty house. I might as well talk just a little bit about the awesome show that Antiseen played this past weekend in the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina. It was us and our good pals Future Hate from Mobile, Alabama. and Raleigh, North Carolina's proudest rock band, Dallas Tetanus. We had on stage with us the Destructo Divas. Yes, indeed, the female backing group with Antiseen. They lent their stunning vocal harmonies, and I'm not being facetious when I say that. The Destructo Divas can sing. They have voices. They don't mess around. They sounded great on stage with us. So they lended their dulcet tones to several songs, as featured on past releases by Antiseen, including one that has not come out yet. And I guess the cat is out of the bag. You know, I guess the idea was to sort of keep it on the DL that Antiseen have a new record slated for release called the Antiseen Time Machine. Well, because of last weekend's performance, it is now common knowledge, it is now in the soup. Everybody knows that one song on the Antiseen Time Machine is going to be a cover by Donna Summer. Yes, Antiseen do Summer. Antiseen has never done a full-blown cover of a disco song before, which is kind of odd considering that when we are in the group van on those long overnight drives sometimes, one of the playlists that we listen to religiously is the 70s funk, soul, and disco playlist. Although as I think about it, there's definitely more funk and more soul on that playlist. But disco is repped. Disco is definitely repped. And I've said it before, I will say it again. Disco does not suck. Can I get an amen? Can I get a huzzah? Can I get a hello from all you people out there watching Tent Talks Tunes? Who is with me when I say that disco does not suck? Yeah, we got some thumbs ups there. I see them coming in. I see some hearts. I see some love. Yeah. Disco does not suck, and Antiseen are going to prove it on our next release, the Antiseen Time Machine, when we do a Donna Summer song. Now, Amy Lynn Myers has chimed in. She says that some of it really does. I will agree with that. Some of it does, because it's like any genre. Any genre of music, when you look at the sheer preponderance of music that's been produced in any genre, the bad is going to outweigh the good. You can pick any era in human recorded history. You can pick whatever you want. You can pick out classical music, chamber music, soul music, rock and roll music, Hindustani ritual music. It doesn't matter. The bad is going to outweigh the good. But that does not mean that the entire genre sucks. 1979, if you guys are music freaks, geeks, and fanatics like myself, was a pretty bad year for disco, because that was the year that everybody jumped on the disco bandwagon. Oh my God. It was pretty grim. You know, you had the Beach Boys going disco, you had Barry Manilow going disco, you had the 101 Strings going disco. God help us all. Having said that, the Beach Boys and Barry Manilow tracks actually are really good. But you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. Bottom line, disco does not suck, because Antiseen do not bother with musical genres that suck. How did I even get off on that tangent? I know, because I was talking about the great show we played and the fact that we debuted our Donna Summer cover. And not only that, our good pal Michael Pilmer, and I, we bonded many, many years ago over the fact that we were both rabid fanatical Devo fans and rabid fanatical Antiseen fans. How's that for covering a lot of turf? Excuse me, Rich from Waterbury, Connecticut is tuned in. What do you think about that, Rich? Antiseen and Devo? All things are possible in this crazy world of ours. We bonded over that. And Michael was at the show with his trusty video camera, and he did post video of the entire concert on his YouTube channel. And I posted the link to it on my page, on my personal Facebook page. So find it, look it up, watch it, sit back, relax, enjoy the full measure of Antiseen's Destructo Rock spirit. Because we do it all for you. It was an awesome, fun show. It was well worth driving 810 miles one way, 810 miles back, and I'm driving 810 miles in the next couple of days, probably for the last time. At least as far as commuting back and forth 6 or 7 times a year. Now, mind you, I do intend to come back up twice a year for the Danbury Record and CD Expo, because I do co-promote it. So I'm not done with Connecticut yet. I'm not done with the commute yet. It's just going to be a lot more manageable. Oh, Lord have mercy. Twice a year is so much more manageable than 6 or 7 or 8 times a year. I love driving. I love that drive. It's scenic. It's beautiful. Mountains, valleys, panoramic vistas, you know, the whole routine. I love it. But gosh dang. It's got to the point now where I know just about every single gas station along the route. I do know every single rest stop along the route. Every one of them. Every one of them. I'm intimately familiar with every one of them. Most of the gas stations, most of the truck stops. When the state line is going to come up, judging by the number on the mile marker, I know all this stuff. So it's been a great adventure. I have no regrets whatsoever. It's been fun, but it's just time to settle down where the action is. And for me, the action is in North Carolina. I've got a good band waiting for me there. I've got a good woman waiting for me there. So time is nigh. So knock on glass. We're going to close the sale of this house tomorrow. And the next time I sign in, it's going to be from North Carolina. So I'm going to leave it at that because it's only 7:30, but I still have several rivers to cross before I can rest tonight and be ready for action tomorrow. So I want to say right now, if anybody from Connecticut is watching here tonight, thank you. I've lived in this nutmeg state for the last 38 years. Connecticut has been very, very good to me. And I love all the people of Connecticut. I love the state itself. I love New England. I even love the winters. I also love the springs, the summers, the falls. I love it all. I will always have a real spot in my jaundiced, mummified, deep frozen punk rock heart for Connecticut and the Northeast. It's been really good. But hey, it's time to pursue my destiny way down yonder. So off I go. So until we meet again, and wherever we meet again, hope you guys kick ass, take names, don't take no for an answer unless you want to. This is Malcolm Tent saying so long from the Nutmeg State.